In the motel room by the ice machine, blood ran down the wall. Brain and muck and tufts of hair stuck to the wall in places where the impact made it stick. In the center was the bullet hole, and all around were fragments of bone embedded in the plaster. The detective found gouge marks where the bullet was pried out of the wall. The biker? The biker lay face down with half the back of his head blown the fuck off. Pagano pulled the car into the lot of the motel on Route 1 and 9 just south of the airport where he and Angelo had been shaking down a low-level drug dealer for protection money. Pagano, where the hell is he? Angelo, I don't know. Hey, give me one of those lobster tails. Here, take the bag. You want one? Said Angelo. No, I don't want one, Pagano said. Save me one. Angelo looked in the bag. Huh, there's only two. How about we stop at the bakery on the way home? We'll get a couple more. You don't want one now, do you? No, I don't want one now. Pagano cruised slow past the rooms in front of the motel. It might be time to remind this dipshit how to use a clock. Angelo, yeah, he's not a real smart one. Pagano, I don't see him anywhere. Pagano pulled the car around to the edge of the lot that bordered an empty field. He backed the car into a spot near the dumpster so that they could keep an eye on the motel and the highway. What the hell? I already took 2 bites and no cream. Where the hell's the cream? They forgot the cream in this one. Pagano stared towards the motel. He's not on the corner and I don't see him in the parking lot. Pagano looked over at the lobster tail in Angelo's hand, then looked back at the motel parking lot. I got those without cream. You get these things without cream? Since when? The cream is the whole point. The sugar in the cream. The rest is just so you can hold on to it. Pagano stared out into the parking lot looking for the dealers so they could collect the money. No cream, and this dipshit better not keep us waiting. It'd been a year since their first collection at Gerudo's, and they were still doing collections for the guy. It would have been plenty for a couple kids being allowed to run pickups for a made guy and a crew. Not Pagano and Angelo. 6 months ago, they started shaking down some drug dealers and running some nickel and dime hookers south of the airport where they knew they could stay under the radar. If anyone found out about the hookers, they'd have to answer for that and kick up a big cut. And if the guy ever found out about the drug shakedowns, well, that would be a different story altogether. If the dealers ever found out that these 2 kids didn't have the formal backing of a made crew, that could get dangerous real fast. Angelo and Pagano never considered any of it. Pagano, all right, give me one of those tails. Here, Angelo handed the bag over to Pagano. Pagano took his eyes off the motel and looked in the bag. Both? You ate both of them, you fat fuck? You said you didn't want one. What did you give me the bag for? I was finished with it. Pagano crumpled up the bag. You said you couldn't eat them without the cream. Must have been fucking torture. You know, having to eat both of them. Angelo kept his eyes on the motel in the parking lot. Hold tight. As soon as this character shows up, we'll get out of here and go back to the bakery and get a few more, with cream. Pagano, look at this. Here he comes. Angelo, I see him. Who the hell's he with? Pagano opened the car door. This fucker shows up late and brings a friend? I'm going to crack his head open. Angelo grabbed Pagano by the shoulder. Oh, hold on here. Pagano, what? Angelo, wait, come here. You ain't going to collect while he's dealing. Sit down, close the door, relax. We do it right, no trouble. Sit down. What's the problem? He's selling dope to the guy. That's what he does. He's a dope dealer. Where do you think our money comes from this guy, right? Pagano, that fucker better not be coming to meet us with dope on him. Angelo, I know. All the more reason to wait. I don't want to go near him if he's got dope on him. Pagano, what the fuck? And look at this. This prick's got a made biker with him. Angelo, nah, he's got no, what do you call that? Pagano, oh yeah, look, he's patched. He's got a full fucking patch. He's with a full patched biker. The dealer and the biker walked over to the motel room next to the ice machine. The dealer turned his head towards Pagano and Angelo while the biker unlocked the room door. The biker opened the door and let the dealer in first. Then he turned to the car, looked right at Angelo, turned back and followed the dealer into the room. Angelo, what do you think this is all about? Pagano, guess we're going to find out. Angelo and Pagano got out and walked around to the back of the car and Pagano opened the trunk. Angelo reached in and lifted the floorboard up while Pagano held the trunk open. Angelo lifted up the spare tire and each of them took a gun out, put it in their pants, and covered it with their jacket. Pagano slammed the trunk closed. Pagano and Angelo walked towards the motel room next to the ice machine. The cops had a hell of a time keeping the kids away. Turns out one kid caught a glimpse of the scene in the motel room, and now all the kids in the neighborhood wanted to get a look at the dead man with a hole in his head.